oxidation of alcohol. I am Dr. Milind Mishra. I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemistry, KTHM College, Nashik. In the last lecture, we have discussed various properties of alcohols. For example, physical properties of alcohol, then chemical properties of alcohols. In chemical properties of alcohol, we are seeing the various chemical reactions. For example, reaction of alcohols with metal, electropositive metal like sodium, magnesium, calcium, alright, to give the corresponding alkoxide, okay, metal alkoxide with the liberation of hydrogen. Thereafter, we have discussed the reaction of alcohols with concentrated HCl in the presence of anhydrous zinc chloride. This method is the Lucas test, which is used to distinguish these primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. When these alcohols react with HCl and zinc chloride, it gives the corresponding alkyl halide, except primary alkyl halide. Okay. This tertiary alcohol shows the instant reaction. Secondary alcohol shows the reaction in 5 minutes. This reaction follows the SN1 mechanism. Alright. Thereafter, we have discussed the esterification. Okay. When alcohol reacts with any organic acid in the presence of acid like H2SO4 or HCl to give the corresponding ester, this process is known as esterification. Thereafter, we have discussed the action of alcohol with acetic anhydride or acetyl chloride in the presence of base like pyridine or triethylamine to give the corresponding ester. So, in this lecture, we will discuss the oxidation. Okay, oxidation of primary and secondary alcohols give the corresponding carbonyl compound. Okay, primary and secondary alcohol readily oxidized by dilute solution of acidic K2Cr2O7 solution or dilute or acidic or alkaline solution of KMnO4 or dilute solution of nitric acid. On the other hand, tertiary alcohol are oxidized by strong oxidizing agent under vigorous conditions. Alright. So, first of all, we will see the oxidation of primary alcohol. Primary alcohol readily oxidized by dilute solution of K2Cr2O7. Alright, in the presence of dilute solution of acidic K2Cr2O7, it will oxidize the alcohol to its corresponding aldehyd. Further reaction with acidic K2Cr2O7, that is K2Cr2O7 in the presence of sulfuric acid, it gives the final product, that is acid. Alright. So let us have this primary alcohol. For example, this ethanol. This is ethyl alcohol. As I told, K2Cr2O7 in the presence of H2SO4. Okay, dilute solution of acidic K2Cr2O7. It will give this acetaldehyde. Okay, acetaldehyde. In further treatment with K2Cr2O7 in the presence of H2SO4, it gives the acetic acid. Okay, acetic acid. So, in the first step, when you react this ethanol with acidic K2Cr2O7 solution, it gives the corresponding carbonyl compound, that is acetaldehyde, and further treatment with same reagent, it gives the corresponding acid, that is acetic acid. Here you can see in this product, okay, in this product there are same number of carbon atoms as in the starting material. Here 2 carbons atom, okay, 2 carbons. So here in this product also 2 carbon atoms, okay, and here also 2 carbon atoms. Alright, so let us have the secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol readily oxidize with alkaline KMnO4 solution to give the corresponding ketone, and ketones are difficult to oxidize under this condition, so it requires the acidic condition. Alright. Secondary alcohol, for example, 2-propanol, okay. So in the first step, alkaline KMnO4 solution will give corresponding carbonyl compound, that is acetone, and since these ketones are very difficult to oxidize under this condition, so it requires the acidic KMnO4 solution to give the acids. For example, this acetic acid plus this formic acid. Alright, this is the acetic acid, and formic acid. So in the first step, when this alcohol reacts with the alkaline KMnO4, it gives the corresponding ketone, and further treatment with acidic KMnO4, okay, it gives the corresponding acids. So here you can see when the treatment of this 2-propanol with alkaline KMnO4, it gives the acetone. The acetone reacts with acidic KMnO4, it gives the acid which have the less number of carbon as in the starting material. So it is having 3 carbons, okay. In this 2 carbons only, 2 carbons, and in this 1 carbon only. Alright. So here 3 carbons are there. So this is the oxidation of secondary alcohol, okay. Let us have the tertiary alcohol. As I mentioned it before, tertiary alcohols are very difficult to oxidize under mild reaction conditions, so it requires some vigorous condition like strong oxidizing agent, tertiary alcohol. So in this, suppose we have butanol, tertiary butanol, okay, tertiary butanol, tertiary alcohol, tertiary butanol. When this tertiary butanol reacts with acidic KMnO4, okay, it gives the acetone, which is having the one carbon less. Okay, here 4 carbons, here 3 carbons. Alright, and we have already discussed this oxidation of ketone with acidic KMnO4 solution to give the acids. For example, acetic acid, and formic acid. This is the formic acid. Both have the base number of carbon atom as in the starting material. Okay, so here 2 carbons and here only 1 carbon. Alright, so this is how the tertiary alcohol can be oxidized under some vigorous acidic conditions. Alright, strong oxidizing agent can bring about the oxidation of tertiary alcohol. In the first step, it gives the ketone, okay, and further this treatment of this ketone with acidic KMnO4, it gives the acids. For example, acetic acid and formic acid. In addition with this, the oxidation of primary and secondary alcohol can be carried out under mild reaction condition by using mild reducing reagent. For example, PCC, that is pyridinium chlorochromate. Alright, let us have its reactions. PCC, that is pyridinium chlorochromate, is a mild reducing reagent. It can be prepared from pyridine when reacts with concentrated HCl and Cl deposition, it gives pyridinium chlorochromate. Okay, PCC. Okay, this is pyridinium chlorochromate, mild reducing reagent, which can reduce the primary or secondary alcohol to its corresponding carbonyl compounds. Okay, and in this oxidizing agent reaction, the reaction stops at aldehyde or ketone stage. It does not react further. Alright, so that's why this method is very useful in the organic synthesis. So when this pyridine, when reacts with chromium trioxide in the presence of concentrated HCl, it gives the salt like reducing reagent. Okay, so let us have its reactions. When primary alcohol, for example, propanol, this is one propanol. When reacts with PCC, it gives the corresponding carbonic compound. This is propanol. Okay, this is the aldehyde. Okay, and when you have this butanol, for example, this is 2-butanol. When it reacts with PCC, it gives the corresponding carbonic compound. Butanol. Okay, this is aldehyde and this is ketone. Alright, so primary alcohol will give aldehyde and secondary alcohol will give ketone. Okay, so let us move to other topic. So let us have the other reaction, that is ophenol oxidation. Okay, in this oxidation, when secondary alcohol reacts with tritertiary butoxide, aluminum tritertiary butoxide, in the presence of excess of acetone, okay, it gives the oxidized product, that means ketone. Alright, when butanol, when this butanol, okay, 2-butanol, when it reacts with this acetone in the presence of aluminum tritertiary butoxide, in the presence of acetone, it gives the corresponding ketone. Alright, and this acetone get reduced. Okay, this 2-butanol. This is propanol. 2-propanol. Okay, acetone or propanol. When this secondary alcohol reacts with tritertiary aluminum tritertiary butoxide in the presence of excess of acetone, okay, so it gives the corresponding ketone, that is butanol, along with this reduction of this acetone, that is 2-propanol. Here you can easily see one of this alcohol gets oxidized and this ketone gets reduced. Okay, so this is the ophenol oxidation. Diol can be oxidized by using chloride by using periodic acid to give two carbonyl compounds. For example, we have this diol. For example, like this, when the treatment of the diol with periodic acid, okay, this is the periodic acid, so it will give this carbonyl compound. Okay, carbonyl compound, that is ketone or aldehyde. Okay, so when this diol reacts with periodic acid, it cleave this bond. Okay, so to give this, to give two carbonyl group, two carbonyl compound. So this is the 1,2-diol. When this 1,2-diol reacts with periodic acid, here one water molecule will get eliminated. Okay, to give this two carbonyl compounds, that is ketone or aldehyde. Okay, this reaction occurs via the formation of periodic ester. For example, suppose this is the periodic ester. Okay, then these carbonyl compounds will be generated. Okay, so this reaction occurs via this periodic ester to give this two molecules of carbonyl compounds. Alright, these cyclic diols can also be used by using K-manophore reagent. Okay, diols. For example, when you have this cyclic diol, this is 1,2-diol. When it reacts with K-manophore solution, it gives this aldehyde. Alright, this is aldehyde, and further reacts with K-manophore solution, it gives the corresponding acid. Okay, this is the acid. So in this reaction also, 1,2-diol, 1,2-cyclohexane diol. Okay, when it reacts with K-manophore solution, it gives the dialdehyde. Okay, and further treatment with K-manophore solution, it gives the corresponding diacid. Alright, so this reaction also occurs via the formation of manganate esters. For example, method to convert the diol into the carbonyl compounds. This phenol, for example, diol, when it reacts with acid, it gives phenol. This is ketone. So conversion of diol, this is the 1,2-diol. The conversion of diol in the presence of acid into the carbonyl compound. This is phenol. Okay, the ketone. All right. So let us have its mechanism. So let us have its mechanism. In diol, reacts with H plus. Okay. So here this intermediate will form. Okay. Then this is the good leaving group. So this will get eliminated. Okay. So stable carbocation, so as to generate the carbocation. So here carbocation will form. Okay. So this the carbocation. And here the 1,2 rearrangement will take place. All right. So here this group will migrate from this carbon to this carbon. This is the carbocation. This is the 1,2 rearrangement. Okay. Here 1,2 rearrangement will take place. Since here carbocation is there, so one of the group will migrate to this carbocation carbon. Okay. Then we will generate. We would get. Then we will get this kind of carbocation. Here this group will get transfer to this carbon. Okay, then here carbocation will generate, and in the last step this H plus will get removed and this ketone will form. Okay, this is the pineapple. Ketone. Okay. So here you can see when this diol reacts with acid. So in the first step, protonation will take place. Okay, and to form in this case, this is the good leaving group. So this group will get removed, eliminated to get this stable carbocation. Okay. Stable carbocation will form, and in this 1,2 rearrangement will take place. So from this carbon, one group will transfer to this carbocation. Okay, and then this carbocation will form, and in the end the proton will get removed from this bond, from this hydroxyl group to get this corresponding pineapple. Okay, this is the ketone, this is the product. So this is how the mechanism is. Let us have the last topic of this alcohols, that is uses of alcohols. Alcohols are used as sweeteners. Alright. Ethanols used in the pharmaceuticals and fuels, and also used to sterilize the hospitals instruments. Alright, third application is the anesthetic. Ether also made from alcohols, from ethanol. Alright, one of the alcohols, that is methanol, also used as a raw material for manufacturing also used in facial fuel in antifreeze are also used in cleaning metals. Okay, so these are the applications and uses of these alcohols. Generally, these alcohols are used as a sweeteners. Okay, ethanol used in the pharmaceuticals and fuels, and also used to sterilize the hospital instruments. All right. The anesthetic ethers also made from the ethanol. Then one of the alcohol, that is methanol, also used as a raw material in the manufacturing of formaldehyde. All right. This methanol can also be used in the manufacturing of facial resins, and also used in the facial fuels, and also used in antifreeze, and used for cleaning the metals. Okay, these are the applications of these alcohols. So this is all about the today's lecture. In the next lecture we will discuss the phenol. Thank you.